Hi, I am Ted. My teammate and I are going to talk about quality control tests for tablet things. There are two types of quality control tests carried out, namely pharmacopoeia or official tests and non-pharmacopoeia or non-official tests. Pharmacopoeia tests are standardized tests that includes content of active ingredient tests, uniformity of weight and content tests, disintegration and dissolution tests. Pharmacopoeia tests that are not listed in official compendia. It includes tablet hardness tests, friability tests, and thickness tests.
Disintegration test. Disintegration is the physical breakout of an intact dosage form to its component aggregates. Solid drug product must disintegrate into small particles and release the drug before absorption could take place. Disintegration test is the measure of time required under a given set of conditions for a group of tablets to disintegrate into particles. Exception: tablets that are intended for use as troches are to be chewed or are designed as modified release dosage forms. Method and assessment. One tablet is placed in each of the 6 tubes or basket which are positioned in water, simulated gastric fluid or simulated intestinal fluid maintained at 37 ±2 degrees Celsius as the immersion fluid. The basket containing tablets is moved up and down at a frequency of 28 to 32 cycles per minute. Floating of the tablets can be prevented by placing perforated plastic discs on each tablet. To be in compliance with USP standards, the tablets must disintegrate and all particles must pass through the temp mesh screen in the time specified. If any residue remains, it must have a soft mesh with no hard core. If 1 or 2 tablets fail to disintegrate completely, tests should be repeated for additional 12 tablets and the requirement met if not less than 16 of the total of 18 are disintegrated completely.
Dissolution test. Dissolution testing is required for all solid oral pharmacopoeia dosage forms in which absorption of drug is necessary for the product to exert the desired therapeutic effect. Dissolution is principally useful as a QC test. It can be predictive of in vivo behavior that must be demonstrated by IV-IVC. Importance of in vitro dissolution test to guide the formulation and product development process towards product optimization, to monitor the performance of manufacturing process, to assure bioequivalence from batch to batch. Dissolution test method. A volume of the dissolution medium is placed in the vessel and allowed to come to 37 degrees Celsius. The stirrer is rotated at the specified speed. At stated interval, samples of the medium are withdrawn for chemical analysis. Requirement for rate of dissolution. The specific required rates of dissolution are different for tablets containing different medicinal agents.
Apart from disintegration and dissolution, tablet weight and weight variation and content uniformity are another 2 pharmacopoeia requirements for tablet quality control. Tablet weight and weight variation are important to check the uniformity of the tablets. This test is done by weighing 20 tablets accurately and obtain their average weight. The weight of each of the 20 tablets individually are also obtained. Then, the weight of each tablet is compared with a labeled tablet or the average weight of the tablet calculated. To pass this test, not more than 2 individual weights should exceed the weight variation limit stated on the board. As for content uniformity, this test is conducted by assaying contents of 10 tablets individually. To pass this test, the amount of active ingredient in each tablet should lie within 85% to 115% of the labeled tablet with relative standard deviation less than 6%. This requirement is important for potent drugs of low doses.
Tablet thickness. Tablet thickness is determined by the amount of fill allowed to enter the die cavity, the compaction characteristic of the fill materials, force or pressure applied during compression, and the diameter of the fill. The degree of pressure affects not only thickness but also hardness of the tablet. Change or variation in the thickness may indicate changes in the flow of granules. Tablet thickness is measured by using a vernier caliper. The thickness of the tablet should be controlled within ±5% variation of a standard value. Tablet hardness. Hardness of a tablet is related to the strength and ability to withstand shock and friction during normal handlings. The test requires the measurement of the force needed to break the tablets.
So now, let's talk about friability testing. What is friability? It is the tendency of the tablets to powder, chips, or fragment. Coating, packaging, transport may abrade the small particles from the tablet surface, although they are not severe enough to break the tablet. They may actually affect the elegance appearance, consumer acceptance, tablets' weight variations, or content uniformity. Remember, tablets may be well subjected to tumbling motion, hence friability testing is required to determine a tablet's durability. How to conduct friability testing? This is a friabilator. Tablets are allowed to roll and fall within the rotating apparatus, in which tablets are subjected to a uniform tumbling motion for a specified time and weight loss is measured. The requirement is that the weight loss has to be less or equal to 1%.
In conclusion, there are many quality control tests for tableting, and these tests must be performed during productions and verified after the productions to ensure that established product quality standards are met. That's all. Thank you for watching.